Kilo Whiskey 5 Delta Radio or Romeo Echo here, and we got episode 10. And I got my boys back. Let me tell y'all something. There's questions about if Elvis is still alive. There's questions about Tupac still being alive. And we don't know. And I'm sure there was questions about all three of us if we were still alive because we ain't did a show in God knows when. But we here, baby. We here. We alive now. We are alive. That you can prove.
Just for the record, we are alive and kicking it.
That's right. We good, man. We still walking, talking on on the radio, whatever. But
we still here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good to have everybody back, man. Brothers, what's going on, man?
Hey,
not much,
man,
brother.
What's happening? Yeah,
Just
same old.
Making it happen.
Deshaun, what you been up to, man? Let's start with you.
Oh, man. Hey, what's up, everybody? N3DDG here, Deshaun, hailing out of Dallas, Texas. Good to be back on the air. Life been happening to us for us all, man. But everything's well. I'm liking the cold weather that we started to get down here in Dallas.
Indeed.
That heat has been passing us through, and last couple of weeks it's been about the 30s, not 30s, low 30s, high 60s, right? But other than that, man, just rocking and rolling. Had some recent work done to my house, man. I just had to have my whole HVAC system redone, man. So had that done. Yeah, just kind of living life, really.
All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ash, what's up with you, bro?
Oh man, ain't nothing, man. Life is something else, bro. I tell you.
Yeah,
it's been busy working, man, and tinkering around, and trying to get some new stuff started.
Right.
I've been so busy with work, man. It's just been do that and come home and chill out, and do that and come home and chill out. Waiting for the holidays.
Right.
And we went a couple of months ago and my wife bought a new SUV and I bought a new car. Mm. And 2 weeks later, somebody slammed into the back of her.
Wow.
So I was like, man. So we've been dealing with that, man. And it's everybody all right though.
Yeah, that's good.
All good.
That's the main thing. Yep. So basically y'all both been spending money.
Oh man.
That's what you got from that.
Let me hold something.
He said, "That's what you got from all that." I said that on purpose, man. But yeah, man. For me, man, I just been, my wife will argue with me when I say this, but I've been working and doing some antenna stuff, man. My wife, she claims I don't work on Thursdays and Fridays. She said I just go to Monday through Wednesday, and after that, I'm doing other stuff, which has a little truth to it, but she don't know that I be getting my work done before I go out and do my own thing with the antennas and stuff. But other than that, man, I just been working and a lot of antenna. I've been doing a lot of antenna projects, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you, man. You get them together, man. I'm looking and I'm observing. I'm like, man, hey, you ready to start an online store? Hey,
that's right.
KW5DRE antennas. Get your info here today.
Look, man, that junk was so therapeutic, man. I'm just like, goodness. I got the 40 meter dipole, and then that 49 to 1 or 1 to 49 in unfed. That's the one I had for a while, with the ferrite wrap, the wire wrapped around. I just put that up a couple of days ago, and I posted some stuff, and I made a video today explaining that it was a hard task, man. And what made it hard was the trees, because I made the antenna launcher, which I thought I could never do that. That junk worked nice. But the only thing is, I was shooting it up in a tree, right? And when I shot it up in the tree, it's supposed to come down. They were telling me to use heavy weights, like fish weights,
that's what I
fish
use,
anchors. Yeah. I put 3 of them inside of a PVC piping, and it fit perfectly inside the tube. It covered up the whole space of the tube. Shot up, it went over the tree limb with nothing there. nothing in the way of coming down, and it wouldn't come down. And then I do the
Oh,
wiggle thing with the rope, and usually that'll the wave will
Right,
come,
give it
and
some
then
leeway.
and it'll
yeah.
just keep dropping down. Wasn't doing that for some reason.
Oh
A lot of
man.
times it was just like I'll shoot it up, it'll come down, and then one small little twig will stop the whole thing from coming down. And then there was times where I had to pull it down and do it over, but I couldn't pull it down because it was so
Wow.
caught on. I had to tie it onto
Yeah.
my car and step on the gas of my car to pull it. And
Holy cow.
yeah, it was that strong. And then I'm
Ooh.
like, okay, so if I'm shooting this rope up here with this anchor and it's getting caught in minor twigs and not coming down with all my strength, then I'll shoot the antenna up there and do that. I shoot the antenna up there, nothing. That's it. It was just like a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just
Oh
like
man.
it was hard to do because like if I shot one end of the antenna up and then I hooked it up, it was 66 feet or something. Just
There you go.
But if I had to cut it, I would have to cut it from the antenna part, not up there because there's no way of pulling it down. So, but that was a pain in the neck, man. It was a pain in the neck. So the only way I got it up there is because I was playing with my the antenna launcher, and I shot something up there just to see what happens, and sucker went through and came right down. And I was using
Yeah.
fish wire, and then I was like, all right, I'll use it. But only issue now is that it works. Every antenna is compromised, but instead of it going, my infed goes up 15 feet, and then it's supposed to go up and then a slope. Mine goes
Okay.
up a semi slope because there's bushes here getting in the way, and then they'll go up again. It's just like because
Okay.
that bush is in the way, but it works. The SWR is pretty decent. I was kind of disappointed at it, but
Yeah, no, I checked
not
out
bad.
those.
It's not bad.
Nah, man, those SWR readings good. Everything was below 3.1. Ain't nothing that a internal tuner can't fix. So hey,
That's
you
what the
right on
tuner's
point.
for. That's it.
And see, that's the thing. Like those numbers that I gave y'all, that's with the tuner. After I tuned it,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
It's still like under 3. It's the
Okay.
highest was
Yeah.
2.5, I think, and that was on
Yeah.
12 and 17 meters, I think. So,
Okay.
it's cool, but we gotta
Huh.
hold up, y'all, hold up, man. Let me put this in big letters and big sizes because my boy Doug KQ4BRG out of Chesapeake, Virginia,
BRG.
my dog, man. What's going on, brother?
Hey.
Me and
Thanks
Doug,
for joining
man.
us this evening.
Yeah, Doug, that's good people, man. He comes over here sometime. I go over there, and Doug be doing his thing, man. I think he got another comment up here. It says he said, "Don't put the rope on until you shoot the fish line wire, fish line over the first connect." But yeah, that's what I did, Doug, man. But sometimes it was just crazy because I was trying every type of thing, man. And the way what you just said now, that's how I got it up there on the last shot, man. I just messing around with it, threw some fish wire on there, shot up, and it actually came down. So then I hooked the rope up there, put the rope up, then I hooked the antenna to the rope, pulled it, tied it. It was all good, man. It's all good.
I learned my lesson, man. There's no way I can put an antenna up in the tree in the summertime because I can't even see the branches because there's so many leaves.
Yeah.
So when during the fall, once all them leaves come off of there, I've got fair access to all them branches.
Yeah.
So I get out my Amazon slingshot and get me some. I got some fishing line and some fishing weights, and they work pretty good. I paint the fish. I get my wife's nail polish, and I paint it like pink or red or something I can see where it hit the grass.
Yeah.
And it take a few times. Almost lost a window one time because it bounced off the tree.
Wow.
It was headed for the house, But
yeah, and it's fun.
It's all in the fun of it.
And it's funny because I painted it pink. The PVC piping, I painted it pink so I could see it. But the slingshot, KQ4BRG, the one that just said what's up to us, he has a slingshot, and I tried. I went to Walmart, got my slingshot, and it worked for certain, like it would go up, but it wouldn't come down. I didn't have enough weight on that for that part.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it would shoot up nice and high, and then sometimes it'll just shoot like 2 yards because I was doing it the wrong way. But yeah, I tried that, and I think KQ4 BRG he has a slingshot. But yeah, interesting, man. Very very interesting stuff, man.
It worked, man. And if I got 2 dogs and they like to play. So they saw that bright colored rope and they want to grab it and run. I'm like, man, come on.
I got a story. I got a story about that, man. So, as we're talking, right, the joys of the technical challenges in ham radio, right? We know that there's no perfect configuration, and that's one of the coolest and most experienced, most experience you would get by testing what configuration works here, what configuration works there. And that's all a part of this hobby. Secondly, man, look, this hobby is expensive, right? And,
yes,
right now, I'm gonna throw a caveat in this right now, because right now, I'm talking about equipment, but as you just mentioned, your dogs. Look here, I just had to replace a coax just last week. An 18-footer ran me about $50, right? This is like the third time I've had to replace this thing, And I'm gonna see if y'all can see this.
No, sir. Oh
man, my dog, man. My dog, this is the third time my dog done chewed up my coaxial, man.
Oh.
That's $50 a pop, So
man.
Hey, if you got your puppies, hey, bury your wire in some tubing or something, because they're gonna get it.
Man,
they're gonna get it for sure.
I got 4 75-foot runs outside that's buried, but when they come up to the house, if he starts chewing on that, he's sleeping outside. That's all I'm telling you.
Wow.
There's no way I'm running all that stuff upstairs, digging trenches and all that again, man.
Dre, you're not having these issues yet, buddy.
No, I ain't do it. Look, man, I don't have those issues, man. But no dog issues. But man, yo, it's still, like, it's just crazy. I had to go. This ain't got nothing to do with the dog thing, but the stuff that I went through, man, with all that antenna stuff, man. I went over to the neighbor's yard. He's like, I knocked on the door and said, and I was like, can I get something? Because I shot a projectile over there and I wanted to get it. He started throwing back over projectiles, baseballs. I used a regular baseball. That worked real good, throwing it. But, my arm ain't what it used to be, and I'm in pain every time I twist and turn. So I had to get some kid to throw it. But, yo, man, I'm telling you, man, it was just funny, man. Like, just crazy, man. It's crazy. And, it was just fun, man. These do-it-yourself projects ain't no joke, man.
It's funny, man, because, if somebody was to ride by and say, what are you doing? I'm trying to get a piece of wire in a tree. It sounds crazy if they don't know what you're doing. But, to us, it's like, oh, man, let's get that up higher, You know, we talking about antennas and trying to get it up higher and trying to make it work. Yeah. To the average person, we look crazy.
Yeah,
with fishing line in a tree.
And it's crazy because when I'm out there, I explain it to all my neighbors because I don't want them to think I'm crazy. And let me tell you what, when I did the antenna launcher to test it out to make sure there was no leaks, I had to put air in it, right? So I didn't have a pump, but I went to the gas station, a Wawa gas station. Everybody, there was like 4 people in line for air. I get up to the line. They like, what is this fool got? Yeah, and you know what?
Yeah.
I had to let them know, like, this is. I'm just compressing this, putting some air in it, because you know how that go, man. Like, people these days, you gotta you worry. People pull something like that out, you gonna worry. I'm like, yo, I'm just putting air in it. I don't want to alarm you, just so you know when I put in there. But yeah, man, it was crazy, man. One lady
you won't find out until you try to go fly somewhere and you don't know fly list.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like, yo. And this lady in the park, when I went to test the launcher out in the park, she was just looking hard, man. She came over there with a dog, sweet old lady, man. She had to be about 78, 79, 80. Like, call me Sonny. You know what I'm saying? Call me Sonny. And she
Hey,
called like,
Sonny, what is that?
yeah, she said she actually called 3 other people Sonny because she was like right by me when people walking past and she kept calling everybody Sonny. I guess that's her thing. But I was explaining to her, what it was. But it's a constant explanation of what I'm doing. I have to explain myself, because they just don't know, man. Like you said, they don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They like,
But
what do
then
you?
you get one of those ones that like when the neighborhood I used to live in, this guy was a contractor, and he had one of these genie boom or a scissor lift, and he would put these Christmas lights up in the tree. And nobody could explain how he got that high up in the tree, but that would come in handy. So sometimes your neighbors, say, "Hey man, instead of using a slingshot, why don't you use this thing I got?" So sometimes it works out.
Yeah.
So Dre, if I remember, man, what happened to your drone?
Oh,
What happened to
I
your
remember the
drone?
drone.
And
Let me tell you what happened with that. I used the
Uh-oh.
drone the very first time I tried to do all of this stuff, right? Guess what happened? Got caught up in the tree. I
Still up
pulled.
there?
No, I got it down because it was fish wire attached to it, and I pulled it, and it just hit the ground, and boom, it broke. Yeah. If there was no way I could have got that drone to land, like go over the tree and land like I thought, because it wasn't enough space. It wasn't like an open space to just come down. There's always trees and twigs and all that stuff. It would have never made it, man. Never made it. Yeah, crazy, man. But the drone was the first thing to go, bro. You had the funeral for it and everything, man.
Say first casualty.
Yes, sir. First casualty, man.
Hey, there goes that word expensive again.
Yeah, how about that?
Right.
Costing me money, man. But
that's so we talked about that on another show, man. It's not the radios and the big equipment that cost the money, it's the accessories.
Yeah.
Coax and building a antenna launcher and all this stuff adds up, man. It's expensive.
Yep. I'll tell you, man, a little small thing. It's like when you move, if you're moving, it's the big stuff. You just put that on the truck real easy. It's that little small stuff that you got. That's a pain in the neck to move. You can't put it in a box because of the way it's shaped or whatever it may be. So you just got to carry it out.
It all end up in the same box and you can't find nothing.
Exactly. Pretty much, man.
So what Ash, I know. Go ahead.
You got it. Yeah.
So Ash, I know you have a dipole. So if I had to guess, right, and I say what was each of our favorite antennas, disregarding the configuration, I probably would say, Ash, you are a dipole, and Dre for sure infed.
I would agree for me.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I'm
an infed man, only because how simple they are. It's a simple antenna. You put one end up in the tree, the other end comes down, you connect some coax to it, and you talk.
Yeah.
That's it. Dipole, you got to hold up on both ends. Infed, you just put the end up there, and you can. I've read so much about infeds, man. If you got a small yard, you can square that bad boy off around the whole yard.
That's kind of how I have mine.
What you mean squared off?
So there was one guy, he was saying he didn't have a lot of room in his backyard. So he got an infed and he put it on the top of the fence and went around the whole square of his backyard.
Oh, so it wasn't high up?
It wasn't high up at all. He said he was making contacts and it worked well for him.
Because I need to try that.
He could do. He didn't have any trees. So it's just a matter of what you can do with what you got.
Yeah.
And I think everybody. Go ahead, bro.
I think that's probably what I'm going to do during the Thanksgiving holiday. I may try to reconfigure mine because I have mine about 25 feet high, coming down in a sloper, and then going around my fence. Right. But the problem I have with that is facing southeast. So when we're trying to communicate with each other, I can't never reach out. I think the last time I tried, I was picking up Dre. I think that was with his new infed. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to try to reconfigure mine up in front of my house, which will give me a northeast east westerly configuration in there. Hopefully, try to pick y'all up like that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
didn't know that, man. That's now I'm gonna have to try something else, man. Cause
Yeah, if I
that's
could,
interesting.
I might talk to my neighbor, man, see if I can borrow one of his trees. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I got two end feds. So what I want to do is one of them is just higher than the other. That's the only difference.
Right.
But I want to see if I can get one to go in one direction and the other go in the complete other direction and see what I
Yeah.
get.
And
And
just I forgot to mention, man. The first infant I had, something happened where the wind just took a branch, the big branch fell and right on the wire and snapped it. So I soldered it back together. And I put it back up, but it was nowhere near as high as it was. It was up, sloping up to about 60 feet. But now it's like 25 feet. And that's facing, I forgot which way it's facing, but that infant was still up. And when I put the other one up recently, it's facing the same way. So I think I'm gonna try to move it in a different direction. But they're about 12 inches away from each other. So I don't know if that's affecting anything or not. Some people say it does, some people say it doesn't. But they're
it
about 12
shouldn't.
inches away.
It shouldn't.
Not touching each other though.
It
Yeah,
shouldn't, because the only way they would really affect each other, I think, would be if they were both transmitting at the same time.
Okay,
right.
and that's what I
Or if you're
thought too.
transmitting on one and trying to receive on the other. But no,
Right.
like both of mine on two separate radios, and I'm talking on one, and I make sure I've learned my lesson the hard way. When I'm on one radio, I have the other one radio completely off
Okay.
because that RF is
Yeah.
gonna destroy that
Right.
other radio.
Right.
So
Right.
I've learned
Yeah,
that, man.
that has something to do. Also, depending on the proximity, right, with your radios, your power supplies,
Yeah.
as well. You know, if one is on, if both of them on, the one that's transmitting, uh, receiving that energy from the power supplies and every other thing. So that's definitely something to pay attention to.
Yeah. Yeah.
RF
So
ain't no joke.
yeah, cause like I said, I got those ferrite joints, for the RF and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And they seem to be working all right. I mean, I'm not seeing too much of a difference, but um, I think sometimes that affects my SWR too because when I take it off, the SWR changes. In this particular case with the new antenna, the new infed, when I took it off, the SWR was lower.
Hmm.
Huh.
And when I put it on, it was just a little bit higher. But I honestly think there might be a short in one of those wires. So
Man.
we'll see. But like they both good. I mean they I think I just need an amp, man, because
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm barely being heard. Like
I thought
five
about it.
six. I keep saying don't do it, man.
Oh man, no, come on, man. I'm telling you.
I
Hey, look.
Yo,
Hey,
bro,
look.
that
Hey, I'm
leads to
telling you.
other
Look
things,
here.
Man,
man. It's gonna
I
lead
don't
to
know.
other things.
I'm gonna play
Hey,
devil's advocate.
hey. So I'm telling you, hey, I got that DX88 vertical out there, man. When I tell you, I've tested and broke that thing down. It took me 4 years to get that vertical up and running, right? And again, 100 watts out, same thing, man. 5554 at 100 watts, you know, easy. But hey, I hear you in the background and
Right.
I have a 600 watt,
Uh huh.
and push it even 300 watts is a huge difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't even push the whole 600.
Uh
So any little thing that can get you out there. Trust me, I was against it too. Oh no, I'm good. I do 100 watts. And the reason I did that, right? I was doing the Air Force Mars, and I'm not for sure if y'all ever got into that, right? The emergency response and things like that. Air Force Mars, we did monthly um, or weekly meetings where we had to come on the air outside the ham bands, right? The Mars frequencies are outside the ham bands, and we had to, in order to qualify or certify, we had to be able to talk to each other. And once I put that amp on, you know, um, at least somebody will be able to hear me and at least relay. So,
Right.
and that's kind of the benefits.
Yeah, yeah. But my thing
So-
is, I think if I get an amp, right, it's gonna lead to other things. Like, so if I get an amp, I have to get. Well, for me, you know, I would have to get some other stuff like my. I don't have to, but like the meter, the SWR meter, it only works for 200. It only works for 200 watts and less, right? So I would have to get that. I would want that. I think I would get some new cables and all that other stuff too. Huh?
Well, you would definitely have to get another more cables to use a configuration for your radio. But I don't use an extra amp. SWR meter. My amp has the SWR meters built inside it.
But see, that's the thing though. Like I got like the needle thing. My eyes can't take it, man. That's why I wound up getting the digital one because my tuner shows SWR as well as my radio, but I just need digital, man, because it be straining my eyes. But I mean, I can get around that. But if I want maybe a 500 watt amp, and I probably won't go no higher than 300-400 watts. Like I'm not trying to blow anything out the water. I just want to go at 200. I do if I can get a 200 watt or a 300 watt amp, I'd go with that. I don't need to overpower anybody, but I just want to be a little bit louder than what people are hearing me, man. You know, some days it's 5.9, but
it's a tough one, man. Because I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stick with the 100 watts that I got in the FDX 10, and then my favorite radio, man, is this IC 705, 10 watts. You know, and this is my little go bag. I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but this is my go bag.
Yeah,
got my 705 in there, and then open up.
I think I was looking at that.
Yeah, man, it's a beautiful radio. It does it all. And
what's the name of that joint? What's the name of it?
The Icon 705.
IC 705.
Okay.
This is my throw in the tree antenna.
Wow.
It's just some white, and that's it, man. And
now does it have a built-in battery?
What's up?
Does the 705 have
battery
a built-in
down here
battery?
Too? It's got an internal battery, but I got it's an external battery I keep in the bag that I can.
I'm gonna need that parts list, man. I'm gonna need that parts list so I can put me one together.
Yeah, man. We gotta get that.
Bro. But this thing, man, with 5-10 watts, I can talk all over the place, and it's fun too, man. Because every time we go to my wife's family in Montana, I'll find a tree and I'll throw this little simple antenna up there in the tree, man, and I'm talking all over the place on 5 or 10 watts. I'm like, man, this is what it's all about. You know, and everybody's blown away. It's like, ooh, wow, you got me over. This is like 1,000 miles at 5 watts. So, but you know, when you get into those nets and all that, and you're trying to get through all these other people, it's tough.
Yeah,
10 watts just ain't gonna cut
man.
it. So that's when you do have to turn on the amp.
Yeah. Because those nets be getting on my, like, especially like, you know, I when I first started, I participated in Ole Miss nets. And what the hell is the purpose of like, I'm telling you, man, they be like, they'll take your call sign now. It sounds like at least 100, like 50 people on there. And it's just like, by the time you go, you're talking about an hour and a half before you go. And I'm just like, I stopped participating in those nets. It's too many, man. Something small, like Buckaroo net. You know, big shout out to the Buckaroo net. But like, you know, what's the other one that you was talking about? What was it? That Sean, the one you was talking about.
That's the one on 80 meters.
It's on,
Oh, high fivers.
Yeah, like
high fivers.
But you know, anything, all that other stuff, man, it's just be like, yo, how can y'all even be like, you know, all that yelling and screaming and you can't understand nobody. I wait an hour and a half before I even go, man, and I'll be the first one there.
A crowded restaurant, man. All you hear is people talking.
Yeah,
everybody talking at once. Like, oh my goodness.
But that's what I was going to ask y'all, man. Like, I think for me, I think it's time for me to get another radio. I can just get rid of I can just get rid of. I was planning on
Don't
selling
do it, man.
the icons that I have, and then just get another one.
Don't do it.
What do y'all
Don't do
suggest,
it.
man? Why not?
Yeah.
What do y'all suggest?
Yezu.
Well, so kind of like what I'm gonna pick it back off.
Oh wait,
Ash.
excuse me for a second. Can I just say one more thing? I forgot about my man KQ4 BRG. He's got the round table, man, on 7.248. And that's bumping, man. And let's see, he said, let me just put it up here. Oh yeah, 7.248, man, at night. Yeah, he be doing some big things there. I just wanted to let everybody know that. Jump on,
what
man.
What time is it?
You know,
Is it every night?
I went Doug. Is it every night? I don't think it's every night, but I think it's I hear people, you know, on different days, different nights of the week and all of that. But Thursday and Friday, man, I think they just be bumping, man. But I think it's every night though. But he said it's RF therapy. He said, well, you know, y'all come on in and he'll leave the door open for everybody. So that's the motto. So I just wanted to give him some love. He said, right,
I gotta stop
night.
my dog from chewing. I gotta stop my dog from chewing my coax. I can't get back on the air no time soon.
You named your dog
check
coax,
that out. Y'all check that out, man, if y'all get a chance. But what was you saying about them radios, man?
Yeah, so
the Sean.
So the only way I would get another one is kind of like a go bag. I was looking at this, something similar to that. So I'm definitely going to need that parts list. But man, you got a decent radio, man. People still buying that icon, man, and
it's a solid one.
Yeah, it is. It's solid. When I'm at HRO. And I'm there a lot. People go in there daily getting that radio. So I'm not for sure. What are you looking at? What would be your purpose of getting another one or upgrading?
Well, for me, I mean, it's a good radio, but I think I'm ready to do a little bit more with it. Like for a beginner and even seasoned hams, it's a good radio. I don't doubt it. But I'm looking to do. I'm looking for something else that I want in a radio. So, for instance, I definitely want a radio where I can do the 2 meter band also. You know, 2 different antennas. So I want that, and I want to be able to put my the screen on a external monitor.
Right.
I can't do that. Okay. So stuff like that. And then the noise reduction thing. Now,
oh man,
I forgot who said they had that. I think I got it right here. Because I don't like to.
So while you looking at that, I want
to give some love to who giving me all this information.
I already know what you're say.
So brother White, WQ0X, he told me about the noise reduction. Like, you know, I forgot what radio he has, but it's got a noise reduction. So if it's a lot of static, he hits that noise reduction button and static is just gone pretty much. The ICOM that I have does a little something like that. I didn't know it. I just happened to find that 2 days ago. That's nice, but just stuff like that, little small extra stuff, man, that I'm trying to do now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So have you researched anything? Maybe you can just buy a filter and plug into your radio for that.
What you mean? What type of filter?
Well, there's different filter adapters that you can buy for your radios and install them, and that would upgrade your radio to be able to do that. Do what you're talking about. I'm not for sure exactly which ones. Yeah, I'm not for sure which ones per with ICOM and things like that. But you might want to check on that. There might be small filters, the chips that you can install. And get that upgrade. Secondly, when you mentioned HF radio with 2 meters, they're not really making the radios with 2 meters anymore. You would maybe have to go with a older radio again, like I think the 857 or the 891 Yezu. But as far as new radios, they're not making the those anymore. I haven't seen them lately.
Yeah, I think
You have to. You still
KQ4BRG
have to
just
go with
said
an
the
older
Yaesu
radio.
991A.
991A is the
Okay.
perfect radio for that.
Okay,
Right. Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Thanks, Doug. But yeah,
Yeah, you must
so
have one.
yeah,
That's a good radio too, man.
Yeah.
It is, but I'm when I'm home, if I'm in my shack, I've got HF radios and I've got 2 meter radios, 440 or whatever. I'm a big fan of having one radio for a specific task. That's just the way I like, because I like a bunch of radios. I don't know why. I got scanners, radios, all this stuff on my desk. But Deshaun knows my favorite radio is FTDX10.
Yeah. We own it.
It's a beast. It's
Yes,
just
sir.
that, and if you want to splurge and get the 100, or is it the 100 or 101,
The
whatever the big mama
101.
is. Yep,
Yeah.
these things are incredible, man. And you talk about noise reduction. I don't even know what kind of witchcraft they put in this radio. But this, I swear, man, it will just drop all the noise, and you hear nothing but voices. And
wow.
you can adjust it obviously, but they make a solid piece of equipment,
And what's
and
the
they do
name of it
so
Oh
much.
again?
yeah. The Yaesu FTDX10.
FTDX10.
Okay,
Yep.
okay.
And
Wow.
then I can't show you because my camera won't go over there, but I got mine plugged up to a monitor. And instead of looking at
Yeah.
this screen, which the screen is nice sized, but
Okay.
I've got a big monitor up here. I can tune around, and everything you see on the screen is on that monitor.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
neat what you can do with these modern radios, man. It's pretty
Right.
impressive.
What's the price of that? What's the starting price of that particular
I don't know
radio?
what they sell for now. Let me look it up.
They're about 13.
That's not
Ooh, I
bad.
think-
That's on
No.
sale.
Yeah,
Black Friday
12,
coming up. So
13, 14.
yeah, and it's probably gonna go lower than that when Black Friday come. That's not
Yeah.
bad.
You
Well, yeah,
might be able to
well,
find a used one out there too, man, because it's a lot of them.
Right.
People bought this radio like candy when it first came out.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I
And
definitely
you know how
got.
hams are. We take care of our stuff, man. So
Oh
you
yeah,
might
yeah.
find a used one.
They
Yeah,
last
'cause, you know,
long as you
I
take
was
care
in
of them.
between. I was in between this one and the 991, and I'm glad I went with it.
Yeah, I forgot you just recently got one like this. Was it this summer? Last couple 6 months ago.
Yeah. About
How's
6,
that
7
working
months.
out, man?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, sir. Just like Ash said, man, it's a beast, you know.
Yeah,
It
man.
already it has the different DSP filters and that noise filters and things like that. But just like with any radio, you have to get in there, learn it. I have my tech manuals laying around here somewhere over here. I always have my manual, and even when I'm not on the radio, I'm looking through that manual, memorizing and understanding what happens when I hit the contour button or
Yeah.
when I twist it and things like that, man. So again, ham radio is always evolving, and you just when you get the equipment, you get it and you learn it, and you're good.
Yeah.
You know what happened to my manual, right, man?
The
What
dogs
happened?
ate
Dog
it
got
up.
to it.
The dog
Yeah.
got it.
Man, he never comes in here, man. I came home one day, man. I'm telling you, I wish I could show you the pictures. This dog had all my manuals, all my ham radio magazines was destroyed. I mean, in 3 rooms of the house, he was having a field day, man. I'm like, okay,
Wow.
it get cold outside, little puppy. That's all I'm telling
Yeah, the 891. Yeah.
you. Oh,
Oh, what'd he say?
The
Okay.
DNR filter, the noise reduction filter on the 891, that was one of the ones I said earlier.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, but again, that's still an older radio, So I mean, I would look for more of a filter for your radio if possible, instead of just selling yours and going with a 891, which they don't even sell no more. I mean, but it's still a good radio though. I mean, if
Right.
those are the features you want, or just come on over to the dark side and get a FTDX10, buddy.
So,
He said, "Come on over
let
to
me
the
throw
dark
something
side."
weird at you though, man. So when I was before I was a ham, I did a lot of shortwave listening and scanners and all that. So I've got a lot of old shortwave radios. I'm talking like Hallicrafters and all kind of old stuff. And they have all the same features. It's just back then it was manual. You flip a switch and you get noise reduction and all this kind of stuff. If you really want to be hardcore, you can find one of these better older radios, a tube radio, and all the same stuff. We're not doing anything new with this new technology. We're just doing it digitally. That's all we're really doing. And I had some of the old radios hooked up, man, and I'm like, I'll flip a noise reduction switch, and I'm like, this sounds incredible. It may not be the best avenue, and it's probably going to require a little bit more work. But if you want to have some fun, man, that's a much cheaper way to go, and you probably have a little bit more fun with it.
Yeah, because I still don't get me wrong, I still got the FT 990, which is a superb radio.
Nice.
So but again, if you still want to go with a 2 meter and HF, that 991 is going to be a bet.
Okay,
can't go wrong. I got this FTDX 3000, man. UPS ship every day. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about getting something used, man, because you're right. Like, people take care of they take care of their equipment, man. It lasts a long time if you even just halfway take care of it.
Yeah.
But what I noticed is a lot of the older radios, the price, like, most stuff depreciates, but a lot of the older radios, like, the prices are higher than what they were when they first came out.
Well, some of them become collector's items,
Mm-hmm.
But like those old Kenwoods and all this stuff, bro, them things, they still expensive. But,
right, and the older hams, right, when they see these radios that we're talking about, they know the value of them. That's why.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I love it though, man.
Let's see, 200 watt radio. 200. Well,
I think that 3000.
Oh, wait.
You know
what? I missed the comment.
It's 100 watts.
He said,
the 3000 is a good radio though, man, because I had it just doing shortwave listening with it. Then I got licensed, and I'm like, bam, this is just a beast of a radio. Only thing different between this and like the FTDX 10, the 10 has a little bit more, updated electronics in it and filters and stuff like that. But that 3000 it's another beast of a radio, man. Yaesu, they can talk trash about Yaesu all day, but Yaesu knows what they're doing. They listen to their customers, and they put it's kind of like buying a Kia. People laugh because you drive a Kia. You got all the options in a Kia. I'm just saying, don't let nobody fool you. You got every option known to man. So talk trash about Yaesu, but you got all the bells and whistles in that radio.
Yaesu seems to be the good, a lot of people I know have Yaesus, man. This person, somebody just said I use a Yaesu FT1000 MP Mark IV. That's it's 200 watts. I mean, it's just a 200 watt radio. So it's plenty of options, man. I'm definitely gonna look, but I swear I want to amp so bad, man. Even just a 200 watt amp, like used whatever, man. Used amps, I'm weary of that, but definitely got to get me an amp. Maybe I'll get one for Christmas, man.
That's gonna be the only split between us, man.
What?
Deshaun, you in the middle. It's funny because you in the middle of the screen. Deshaun said, "Get an amp." I say, "No, don't get an amp. Stick with your 100 watts or less." And you stuck in the middle, like, should I get an amp?
See, the thing is, right? The thing is because you amps are more so, just like I said, breaking in, man. You like getting on the, if you like getting on the radio and trying to break those crowds.
Yeah.
Now on the flip side, just like with the 705, we go out in the park, do parks on the air. You test your low power and things like that. You have your different events for it. And when I tell you about every time I power my radio up, I'm clicking that switch. I'm clicking the switch, man. Hey, there you go. Get that fire.
It's kind of like having horsepower in your car.
Hey, burn some infeds up, man.
Why you need 700 horsepower? I don't until I need it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
Well, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I just want, just to get a little something, man. I want to be, I want to be heard a little bit. I ain't trying to break through no pile ups, man. But sometimes I just be like, yeah, I just want to be heard. I want to sound good, man. I want to burn blue.
Man, for example, sometimes I hear y'all, right? I hear y'all, and I know sometimes y'all hear me. But just think if you had that extra 200 or 300 watts, it'll be no problem. At least 5.7. At least 5.7.
Ash, he got a point. Now, Ash,
I'm gonna counter that point.
Ash,
I already got him.
Y'all may not see it. Y'all can't see it because it's not y'all. Only I can see it. But there's a little Ash right here and a little Deshaun right here, and they keep telling it's in my ear. In my ear, man. Like what? Like I can't balance it out, man. Y'all both make some great points.
On the back of that amplifier, it's a little. I forget what it's called. There's a connector back there that goes to something. Oh, it goes to the antenna. Oh,
oh man, yeah, I gotta figure this out, man. Maybe
find a better antenna, man, or make a better antenna. You can talk all over the world.
I still got that G5 RV in my shed. I ain't even put that up yet.
That's classic antenna.
It's like an antenna. I got 3 antennas up out there, man, in that small space.
Yeah, I think we're still missing the point, right? We know we can reach out over the world with 100 watts. We know that, right? But it's just sometimes when you want to break that barrier, right? Or I want to talk to you. I want to talk to you guys on the radio. That's what he's
like, look, I know we hungry, and yeah, we ate dinner, but we want dessert.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got to get back on my antenna game then. I'm you know what? I'm not gonna buy amp. I'm gonna find me an antenna, and we're gonna talk. And you can be like, "How man? Why you?
It might not
why
even
you
be
S9,
antenna, bro.
man? Holy cow! What'd you do? Antenna, baby.
It might not even be your antenna. It just might be the configuration, right? So, for example,
that's it.
I have like I said, my infed is facing southeast. Unless I put it around my roof on the front, there's no way I could radiate north, east, or west.
I'm
right.
In the same boat.
So in my vertical, it's going to do what it's due. I mean, so that's really the reason why we can't probably hear each other, because of our geographical location and the positions and configurations of our radios.
It's just the radiation patterns in them antennas. They just don't match well.
Right. Yeah.
But I know I get to a lot of people, man. Like I mean, like I'm like it feels good to know you built the antenna and you hitting like that 20-meter dipole, man. I hit Israel and I was just going crazy.
Whoa. Wow.
My first contact was Israel.
Wow.
I said, man, this is amazing. A wire, yo, like a wire.
Yeah. Piece of wire. Talking to somebody on the other side of the world. It's amazing.
That's some stuff right there, man.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, like, I just can't stop, man. I can't stop.
You don't ever play with any of the digital modes, man?
I did FT8. FT8 is hit or miss for me. I do it. When I go do FT8, I do it the same way all the time, and sometimes it works. 50% of the time it works. The other time it doesn't.
Man, I just don't know what I'm doing. I got it configured. I have it configured, but I just don't know what I'm doing on it. I can't even lie.
If I had a Windows computer, it'd be easy peasy. But
okay, yeah, that makes a difference.
For a Mac, it's just weird, man. I can't explain it. I gotta put in some program code or whatever every time I use it, and it's just sometimes it work, man. Sometimes it just won't work at all. So
yeah. I gave up on it. I ain't gonna lie.
I've hit all the way completely other side of the world. I'm talking Russia, all over the place, man. I mean, I'm talking like on my 705, I've hit one guy in Russia, man, and I was like, that's pretty incredible. Mm-hmm. And I was using the smallest antenna I had just to see if it would work. It's amazing what you can do. It's that flexibility. If you want to make contact with somebody, if you can't use voice, you can use the digital mode. There's a way. That's why I
And
love
that was
ham radio.
FT8.
There's a way.
That was
What
with
you say?
FT8.
Yeah,
That
that
was
was FT8.
FT8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I wanna get down with some of that ham radio deluxe stuff too. But like, I don't know, man. Like, I just have the hardest time using that with a Mac, man.
Yeah, that makes it
Yeah.
difficult.
Yep.
I-
And
I'm pretty
Logbook of
tech
the World is.
savvy.
Can you use that with a Mac?
Yes, I think
I think
well,
so, man.
no, I
Because
think
I
I have
tried, and
Logbook on the
I
World
remember getting stuck
on my
somewhere.
Windows. I have it, but I have it on my Windows
Yeah.
computer.
I
I'm
tried
gonna
on
look
a
it up.
Mac, but I don't remember. Something stopped me though. I don't know if it was something of my own fault or what. But excuse me. But yeah, that was yeah. I'm like, maybe I should just get a cheap Windows computer just for this, you know. But I ain't talked
Yeah.
on 2 meter in God knows when.
What's 2 meters?
Um,
I've been on
I
there
know,
forever.
right? I know. It's crazy, man. My last shoot, man, I can't tell you the last time I talked on 2 meters, but there's a lot of guys around here that talk on 2 meters where I'm at, man. You
Oh,
know,
it's
it's
busy
like
up
3
here.
different clubs.
So
Yeah.
you sold your mobile, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
I shouldn't have did that because now I want it back. But the antenna
told
that I
you.
had,
I told you,
for that radio is still on my car. So I hook it up to my HT, and trust me, man, it reaches, man. It reaches way. It's got some good distance on it too.
Yeah.
And I had put all that stuff. I had 2 meter radio, antenna. I had a scanner in the center con. I had all that stuff in the SUV and sold it.
Yeah. KQ4
And then I had to go
BRG.
take all that stuff out. I'm like, man. Oh,
KQ4 BRG says wires are great antennas. I use DMR Fusion.
Yeah.
And, you know,
That's Jesu.
and that's
Fusion
crazy
is
because
Jesu.
as I'm not gonna say as long as I've been in ham radio because it's only been a year and about 4 months. I still don't know how Fusion works or what, you know,
It's just
how
like
how all
D-Star.
that works.
yep.
You
Is
know
it
how to
like
use D-Star,
FTA?
right? No, you use
No, it's
D-Star,
different.
right?
Huh?
Have you used D-Star before?
That either. Don't even know. Never used it.
So, D-Star and Fusion, just pretty much brand names. ICOM
Yeah.
has what D-Star and Yaesu has Fusion. But a lot of people, man, I've used them. And Fusion is pretty good.
That's a
mean,
digital
it's-
mode like FT8.
No, it's
Nah,
all
it's
voice, but you pretty much talking through the internet. And that's where it
Okay.
gets a lot of flack because people are like, well, you're a ham radio operator, but you're using the internet to talk to somebody.
Okay.
Just do a Zoom meeting. You
Kind
know
of
what I'm
like
saying?
Echo
Well,
Link.
Well, no,
I like
not
it, though.
necessarily. Not
I like
necessarily. It's not necessarily our internet. I have my D74 is D-Star, and I have Yaesu FT-DX1, which is Fusion. Yeah, you could use a Zoom spot or something like that. So this is what they mean when you say digital.
Let me zoom
people
in.
use
Hold that
these,
up
right?
again.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So this is like a hot
Mine's
spot
zooming
or
in.
a Zoom spot, right? This is what people use to get on DMR, D-Star, and Yaesu. Now, however, depending on where you at, some cities may have repeaters that you can link up to on your radios and go through it as well. Now, granted, the repeaters may be linked up to the internet somewhere, but usually when you think of D-Star and digital, a lot of people are talking about this right here.
Yep.
But I just
Okay.
wanted to clarify that you can use your radio to go through repeaters to access D-Star and Fusion as well.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Makes
A lot of
sense.
our
Makes
repeaters
sense.
up here have that set up, and we'll have guys on the net from California and all over the country. And I'm like, how's he on 2 meters from California? And what
Yeah.
kind of antenna is that? But that's just what it is. And I look at
Gotcha.
it like this. It's another avenue of ham radio. We can do it all. If we want to do digital, we do that until the lights go out. And then we
Right.
plug up a battery, and we doing it with no power.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just the beauty of ham radio, man. I love it.
Yeah. It's definitely you definitely got options, man.
Yeah.
Definitely got options, man. But yeah, man, I'm gonna wrap it up, man. I think we're gonna wrap it up, man. I'm getting tired, man. I'm getting real tired. Hold up. Why
Hey,
is
look,
it
you
ready
tired?
to
You
enter
tired?
anything?
You tired of trying to figure out where you want to get that amp or not, man? It's an easy.
Look, man.
Trying to think of a way to build a new antenna.
Right.
What you say?
You trying to think of another antenna to build?
Yeah,
so
look, you ain't lying,
amp.
man. I'm thinking about building another one. Double down and do that 80 meter joint, just for the fun of it.
So I tell you what, I'll compromise. If buy a 10-watt amp, man.
A what? A 10-watt amp?
10-watt amp.
Oh man, he said buy a 10-watt amp.
Buy a 10-watt amp, man.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Before we wrap,
y'all need to check out my new hat I bought, y'all.
Ooh.
Hey.
Okay.
See?
Right.
I don't know why I bought this hat, man. I got like 2 or 3 of these joints, man. I guess I wanted to support. But I'm gonna be rocking this on the ship too, man.
I got a square hat. I wear it every once in a while.
Already.
Oh
Yeah.
man. All right, gentlemen, let's get up out of here, man. Let's wrap it up.
Ash. Hey, don't forget, man, either text or email us, man, the parts list, man, and the links where you got your bag from, man.
I tell you what, I'll make the list and I'll put it on the Facebook page.
That'll work.
Okay.
I'll take some pictures and I'll give the whole list of all the stuff that I got.
That'll work.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right, y'all, we're going to get out of here. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. And, we're sorry we've been gone for so long, but, man, we could do this a little bit more often, man. Just Ragchew. Don't have to be about a specific topic, man. I think we start just Ragchewing and, just getting on. Maybe we get some questions in here, too. So,
yes, sir.
But all right, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through. Everybody else, hey, y'all stay on. Y'all everybody else watching. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Peace. 73.